Let me ask you something honest. When your alarm goes off tomorrow morning, what's the first thing you do? Do you grab your phone? Do you hit snooze once, twice, maybe 3 times? Do you lie there staring at the ceiling, already feeling behind before the day has even started? If that sounds familiar, don't worry. You're not broken. You're just not trained. Because here's what the most successful people in America and Europe know that most people never figure out. Your morning doesn't just set the tone for your day. Your morning sets the tone for your life. The way you spend the first 60 to 90 minutes after waking up is essentially a vote. A vote for the kind of person you want to become. And most people are casting that vote unconsciously every single day. But today, that changes. Welcome back to Shadow Mastery. I'm glad you're here, because today, I'm going to give you 5 morning habits backed by science, proven by high performers that will genuinely change your life if you commit to them. Not motivation fluff, not empty advice. Real, actionable habits. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Wake up with purpose, no with your phone. Habit number 1, and I cannot stress this enough, is to wake up with purpose, not with your phone. Here's a statistic that should shock you. Studies show that nearly 80% of people in the United States and across Europe check their phone within the first 15 minutes of waking up. Think about what that means. Before you've had a single conscious thought of your own, before you've decided who you are today, you've already handed your brain over to someone else's agenda, someone else's news, someone else's drama, someone else's notifications. You've essentially started your day as a reactor instead of a creator. The solution: the first 10 minutes of your morning belong to you alone. Here's exactly how to do it. When your alarm goes off, don't touch your phone. Put it on the other side of the room if you have to. Wake up, take 3 slow, deep breaths, and say out loud or in your head one sentence. Today, I am focused on. Fill that blank intentionally. Maybe it's a project you're building, a relationship you want to nurture, a version of yourself you're working toward. David Goggins doesn't wake up and scroll Instagram. Jocko Willink doesn't start his 4:30 a.m. morning by checking emails. The world's top CEOs from London to Los Angeles guard those first waking moments like they are sacred, because they are. When you control the first input of your day, you control the narrative of your day. Try this for just 1 week, no phone for the first 10 minutes. I promise you, you will feel the difference immediately. Habit to hydrate before you caffeinate. Habit number 2 sounds almost too simple, but that's why so many people skip it. Drink water before your coffee, before your tea, before anything else. Here's the science. When you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, your body goes without water for that entire time. You wake up mildly dehydrated every single morning. And dehydration, even mild dehydration, reduces your brain's cognitive performance by up to 10 to 15%. Think about that. You're starting your day already running at 85% before you've even made a mistake. The neurons in your brain need water to fire efficiently. Your cortisol levels, your body's stress hormone, are highest in the morning. Water helps regulate that response. It helps your kidneys flush overnight toxins. It literally wakes up your digestive system. Neuroscientists at Cambridge University and the University of East London have found that students who drank water before exams performed measurably better than those who didn't. Water isn't just hydration, it's literally brain fuel. Here's the habit. Keep a large glass or a full bottle of water on your nightstand or in your bathroom. Make it the very first thing you put in your body. Drink at least 500 milliliters. That's about 16 ounces within the first 30 minutes of waking up. Add lemon if you want the extra benefit. Lemon water in the morning supports liver function, gives you a small vitamin C hit, and has an alkalizing effect on your body. A lot of people reach for coffee first thing, and I get it. I love coffee too. But here's what most people don't know. Caffeine is a diuretic. It makes you urinate more, which actually increases your dehydration if you haven't had water first. Hydrate first, then your brain will thank you within days. Habit 3, move your body, even just 10 minutes. Habit number 3 is to move your body. And before you click away thinking, I don't have time for a gym session in the morning, hear me out. I'm not talking about an hour-long workout. I'm talking about a minimum of 10 minutes of intentional physical movement. That could be 20 push-ups, 20 20 squats, and a plank. It could be a brisk 10-minute walk around your neighborhood. It could be a short yoga flow or some stretching with your morning coffee. Here's why this is non-negotiable. When you move your body, your brain releases a cocktail of chemicals: dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. These are the exact same chemicals that antidepressant medications are designed to increase. Exercise is nature's most powerful mood-enhancing drug, and it's completely free. Harvard psychiatrist Dr. John Ratey, author of the book Spark, has spent decades studying the connection between exercise and brain performance. His research shows that even brief physical movement increases neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections and learn faster. When you exercise in the morning, you're not just burning calories, you're literally upgrading your brain hardware for the rest of the day. In the United States, the CDC reports that less than 25% of Americans meet the recommended activity guidelines. In the UK and across Europe, the numbers are similar. We are, as a society, dramatically undermoving, and it's costing us our energy, our focus, and our mental health. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to look like you belong on a fitness magazine cover. You just have to move. Here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, do 10 minutes of movement every single morning before you open your laptop or check your notifications. In 2 weeks, you won't just feel different. People around you will start to notice something different about you. That's how powerful this habit is. The fourth habit is one that separates people who drift through life from people who design their life. Feed your mind intentionally every single morning. Not the news, not social media, not whatever the algorithm decides you should see. I mean, read 10 pages of a book that makes you think, or listen to a high-quality podcast or audiobook for 10 to 15 minutes, or write in a journal reflecting, planning, processing. Warren Buffett reads for 5 to 6 hours every single day. Bill Gates famously takes reading vacations. Elon Musk reportedly read up to 10 hours a day as a child, self-teaching rocket science from textbooks before he founded space. Habit for feed your mind. Read or listen for 10 minutes. What should you read? Anything that sharpens you. Personal development, business, psychology, philosophy, history, biographies of people who've done what you want to do. Think of your morning reading as mentorship. You're sitting down every morning with the greatest minds in human history, and they're giving you their best ideas completely for free. Don't waste that opportunity by watching someone else's morning routine on TikTok. Instead, these aren't coincidences. These are patterns. Research from the University of Sussex found that reading for just 6 minutes can reduce stress levels by up to 68%. More than music, more than walking, more than having a cup of tea. Why? Because reading forces your brain to focus. It quiets the noise. It builds your vocabulary, your empathy, your knowledge base, compounding over time like a mental investment account. Here's the math. If you read just 10 pages every morning, and there are about 250 to 300 pages in the average nonfiction book, you'll finish roughly 12 to 15 books every single year. 12 books a year. On average, most adults in the US and UK read fewer than 4 books a year. Imagine having 3 or 4 times the knowledge, the insights, the mental models compounding year after year. And the fifth habit, the one that ties everything together, is this. Every morning, before you begin your day, write down your single most important goal or task. Not a total list of 20 things, not a vague aspiration, one specific, concrete thing. And the fifth habit, the one that ties everything together, is this. Every morning, before you begin your day, write down your single most important goal or task. Not a to-do list of 20 things, not a vague aspiration, one specific, concrete thing. Habit 5, set a daily intention. Write down your... So let's bring this together. 5 morning habits, 5 small decisions that, compounded over weeks and months and years, will make you someone completely different. Number 1, own your first 10 minutes. No phone, no scroll, no reaction mode. Just you. Number 2, drink water before anything else. Hydrate your brain before you demand anything of it. Number 3, move your body. 10 minutes minimum, non-negotiable. Number 4, feed your mind. Read, listen, reflect. Invest in your mental capital. Every single morning, research in organizational psychology shows that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them than those who simply think about them. There is something powerful, scientifically powerful, about the act of writing. It engages different neural pathways. It makes abstract goals tangible. The reticular activating system, the part of your brain that acts as a filter for what you notice and prioritize, responds directly to what you consciously focus on. When you write down your one thing in the morning, you are literally telling your brain, this is what matters today. And your brain will start scanning your environment, your conversations, and your opportunities for anything that helps you get there. It takes 60 seconds, just 60 seconds in the morning, but those 60 seconds can redirect the entire trajectory of your day. And if you're new here, welcome to Shadow Mastery. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We drop content like this regularly. No fluff, no filler. Just real strategies for people who are serious about building a better life. I'll see you in the next one.